going to show y'all these are the China purchased Equestria Girl minis that we opened in another, because we bought them from China.
China.
I called it China. Well, these are from China. They're a little stiff. So a lot of people had a lot of questions.
Did you call it China because I call it China?
It's not China. It's China for sure. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry. So thanks for keeping me on point. A lot of people had a lot of questions about these. We have some more coming. And what it basically is, and this is from a friend of ours who, we have like 4 more coming, who actually is one of the sellers. We've gotten to know him because we've talked to him a lot over the last several months. We don't have that one for sure, from the MLP subscription box. So how it goes is this. They get an order. Let me fix your ponytail, Fluttershy. It's a little easier to sit them down. So they get an order.
But it's a little willy wonky.
What? No, it just was in the way of her butt. Let's put you. Da-da-da. Oh, one of us bonked. Sorry. And then we have, I'm going to show you DJ Pon. So how it works is this. They get an order in China, unseen, of like, oh my goodness, her leg is all kinds of wonky. So there's the back of her hair. She's got no hole for pony wings, but that doesn't mean it's going to forever be like that. Let me show you this. 2016 Hasbro SA, and then Vietnam. Very interesting if these were made in Vietnam because these were sold from China. So they get in a form that says Hasbro Boys Toys, Hasbro Girls Toys, order however many pieces you want. Now they know that you are more likely to get something harder to find. She's rocking. You are more likely to get something harder to find if you order more. So sometimes, like my friend will go into this with a couple of friend sellers and then they resell them on eBay. These are not, in fact, fakes. These are the real ones that we bought from the stores. They're not actually fakes. They are factory seconds. And why that matters is it depends on how finished they are down the line. When has the places that make it, Hasbro rejects a whole bunch of them, and what are they going to do with them? It's you bonking. Don't bonk. So Hasbro knows, kind of, all these companies kind of use it as a way to see what's going to be popular.
One has a glittery butt, one doesn't have.
Yeah, they just kind of pop glitter on them, and now there's different reasons why they can be rejected. Let me compare rainbows. Yeah, let's do these two. So you can see that they are pretty much the same mold. They are not made by a third party. Look at the hair mold. It even goes in the same place. These are from the actual factory. They don't know this is the fake. They're not really fakes. They are from the same factory. They are just rejects. And it could be something like she's got a dot on her leg. It could be something. They've gotten far enough that they printed the bottom of the foot, so they've gotten that far. It can be something like the face mold. It can be something like the hand having that line. It can be anything during the production line. It could be a safety issue. It could be anything. So you are taking a chance when you order these, because some will come out. These are the real ones, the ones that we bought and unboxed on camera. The other ones we did DJ Pon, or what did Twi call her?
DJ
Pon3?
Pon3.
Yeah, so I guess that's what we're calling her now. So they are the actual toys. They are just the ones that were kind of rejected and not boxed up and sold. You get to see great previews. Now, some of the Zooms we have had that way, and they're considered fakes, but they're secondary market fakes in that the sellers will often, so let's say you work at the factory, They will sell them to you for, toys in China also are very expensive. They sell for almost twice what they sell for here, which doesn't make sense to us, but they are considered like a luxury thing. They're very expensive, and nobody's really playing the apps, so having the game codes on some of the Equestria girls and My Little Ponies doesn't really matter. They don't really play. Some people do, I'm sure, but they're not popular like they are here, where everybody's kind of interested in seeing what happens when you scan and what comes out. So when they come out, they usually release first. The Zooms that release first are usually finished, hand finished by the factory workers, and then they sell them to like third-party sellers. Thai Beanie Babies started doing this massively years ago. Huge, 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 huge. Now there are people that can come up with the stitching, but why do that when you have thousands? If you pull it off over her head gently, I don't mind. So there's a whole story on there about the tag. So why actually go through the trouble and expense, since toys are so expensive, if you can just sell ones that maybe the tail was put on backwards, or maybe they used the wrong fabric on part of it. So that would become like the rares in Thai Beanie Babies, and that's really when a lot of the Chinese markets really crazy business took off around then, because they had the materials sitting around, they had the patterns, they had the things. That's why you will see like the 3 Little Pigs and the Wolf, which is an extremely expensive Tsum Tsum set to get. You will sometimes see the sheep come up secondary, fake. You will see Shopkins. What they're doing for Shopkins, it's very cheap to make a small, like the little Tsum plastic figures. Like, it's very inexpensive to mold this and make it, but it comes out to a little bit different size, and they don't always have the plastic, or they can buy them unpainted if they're rejected and try to paint them themselves, but they never quite come out the same as the originals. That's why these two look the same, because they are from the same factory, just a different model, and they can be rejected for tiny reasons. Maybe the, what? Oh, pull out the tag? Sure, I'm going to use a scissor to cut it. She's talking about the Fluttershy. She's very excited about her Fluttershy. Whoa, that went flying. Hold on, let me come over here, and there's another side to the tab stuck in her hair. This is what she's excited about.
What about the tag on her?
What tag? Oh, this one? You want me to cut off her tush, too? Okay, are you going to sleep with her?
Yes.
I'll put her in the dryer and clean her up, okay? We have a sanitized setting on our dryer for stuffed animals that is amazing. And we specifically bought that dryer knowing we have a collectible store, and that she would want to sleep with some of this stuff. So we always pop stuff in. It's supposed to sanitize and remove all bad chemicals. So that kind of explains a little bit more. Now, these might not be the finished product. DJ Pon might have a hole for wings that is put into her last. I don't know why. She would pony up. She might have a tail like Fluttershy has, where she gets a tail, kind of like her pony self. She might end up having glitter on her when she comes out, or these might have another coating to make them kind of shinier. You never know. But that is how they come out and how people get them. Now, they are as expensive. They're pretty expensive. Some of them are like $5, but usually they charge shipping on top.
Why did she always wear those glasses?
It's her thing, and she doesn't have pony headphones, so I guess that's why she doesn't have headphones on in this. But because she always wears her headphones, right? So these might not be the exact same finished products, but they're going to come out pretty close, and my Ladybug absolutely, positively adores them. So that's how they came about. That's how you're able to get them, like, kind of early. We will still buy the original ones, and I promise we will compare the final version of these with this version. There's probably stuff on rainbow. See, and you'll see sometimes they're a little dirty because they're not quite as polished, because they are sold as seconds, as kind of rejected ones.
What about the playset?
Well, there are play sets, and we'll get those too. And we'll compare the figures from all of that with these. I think they're really kind of fun to have, and she loves them. She has been so into posing these and setting them up in the castle because they fit the Canterlot play set. And also the house playset, right? Really well. They just kind of fit in a little bit better than the big dolls do. They fit in the furniture a lot easier, even though they're kind of harder to pose, and they break super easy. So hopefully the next wave of them, they will not break so easily. Hasbro has had a massive amount of slow recalls. Target was the first to recall a whole bunch of the Disney Princess Little Kingdom things for choking hazards because there was no warning on them. They recalled all of them, wouldn't sell a whole bunch of them, including Elsa and a whole lot. You could still pick them up at Walmart with no problem though, and for a little less. So I don't know if some of their stuff is going to be recalled. I know that they're having a huge problem getting the roller skates, the skating dolls, approved in the US because the wheels come out of the skates, which makes it a serious choking hazard. And there's other little parts like that. So I think that until they make a full-bodied skate, but it won't turn, so it's a problem. If they treated it like a Matchbox car, they could just do it like that, right? Or a Hot Wheels car, where it just goes in and doesn't come out. They would have to do something more like that, which would make the doll heavier and more expensive. So we'll see if they come out. I'm not sure if they're going to. They did come out in England. That's where we bought ours. I hope this answers your questions. If you have more questions about these, feel free to ask me below. We usually don't go ahead and buy them. We usually wait for the actual product. Even if I have to buy it from like Australia, I'm totally fine with that. But these were really cute, and like I said, this has been her thing. So we try to do like positive reinforcement and for helping with videos.
Do
And
those have choking hazard because of the little footprints on them?
well, just because some of the parts seem to break off. And you can see, even like this one, it just kind of has some schmutz on it. And she hasn't played with this one a ton because Applejack's not her favorite, because she thinks she could be loud when she yells. So you can see on the secondary market that they're all there. I guess the Applejack with glitter is a little harder to find, and Sunset Shimmer, this is so funny. If you want to find Sunset Shimmer and you want her early, she's going to be out very soon. Look for, they don't know her name. I just told my friend their name. Look for Strong Girl. Equestria Girl, Strong Girl on eBay. And they don't know her name, but they call her Strong Girl, which I think should totally be her nickname from now on, right? And this one, by the way, Music Girl.
That's what they call her?
Music Girl. Rockin'. Music Girl. So, thank you guys again. I hope this answers your questions. If you have any other questions for quaketoys, go ahead and ask it below. I, for a long time, did Beanie Baby authentication. So I had a lot of fakes. You will see them sometimes show up at flea markets and like dollar stores. I would buy a lot of those so that I had things to compare the real ones to.
And I have some I play with.
Yeah, and we bought some fake
have
Zooms because
Zip.
there was no way I was spending.
I have a black one named Zip, and I have another one.
Oh, those are real ones. She has some
Clip.
real Beanie Babies now. But I love the fake ones. There are things like a purple elephant and just stuff they never actually made. But they would use the same pattern, and the actual people sewed it up. So it's just cute. It's a way for the people that live there to earn a little bit extra money.
And now I like stuff called Beanie Boos.
You do like the Beanie Boos. And you know what? They're coming out with some stackable Beanie Boo-like things. And some of them are really cute. I don't know how much I like them. I don't know how well they stack. They have the same kind of big Beanie Boo eyes. But we did buy her some of the secondary market from China because she wanted Figaro, and Figaro was way too much money for a little girl to play with. And it looks pretty close. You can always tell the Zooms are different if they have the keychain thing on them.
Figaro.
You do have a fake Figaro. And she has a fake Kanga. And there's a couple others because Kanga, last I looked, was selling for 100 or more, which is crazy. So she just wanted a Kanga, and that's what we did. But we have toys walking in the store all the time. We do not sell the fakes in the store. Like, we're not trying to fool anybody. And I do understand why they have them, because the toys in the store are twice as much as they are in the US stores, the actual toys. So these selling for, like, if it was a $10 toy on eBay, that's how much they're selling it for there in like their little shop.
And there's a fake thing called Stack.
Yeah, there's Stack-ins, and there's, what's the other one? Bomb Bombs. Yeah, there's a couple of other ones. But some of them are cute. Some of them we like. Everybody's going to kind of jump on that train. We were even talking about doing a Tsum Tsum, like a Tsum Tsum plush with some people that some of our friends design toys. That's the other reason we know. And that's how we met this friend who is a big eBay seller. But he did not sell us this. This is not his forte. He does more like Disney stuff. So like the Tamika cars. And I don't know if I want, I really want the real ones, unless they're crazy price. So thank you guys again. I hope this answers your question. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments below, because a lot of people had a ton of questions about these, wanting to know if they were real, wanting to know if they were fake, why were they on early. It's the first place that toys show up, and the toy manufacturers know this. They don't officially approve, but they do watch to see what is the first one sold out, because then they know how many to make. They kind of guesstimate it. They follow the forums, they follow the boards, they do. That's part of the market research job. And when people are online, like a big forum, and they say, oh, I really want Sunset Shimmer, for example, they know she's going to be a good figure and kind of the chaser figure. They know she's going to sell out. So they'll probably short pack her to keep people excited, and then they'll come out with variations of her. So it's a good and a bad thing. Kind of gets more toys made when you talk about it. Thank you guys again. Let me know which one of these you like and which one you want. We are very excited to finally put somebody behind the DJ booth, right? Yeah, she's going to set it all up as soon as we're done doing some videos. We are going to do some app videos and a book, and I'm sorry for my scratchy voice. My allergies are bothering me today. Grass and tree pollen is super high. Thank you guys again, and let us know what you think in the comments. If you have any questions, I'm always happy to answer them. If you don't want to ask me publicly, you could message me on Instagram or Facebook at quaketoys or here, right?
And keep smiling.
Keep smiling, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye!